Hello, this is Clean Coach Carly. I'm the staff nutritionist at Healthy Habits Living. And this one today is mostly for the ladies or anybody who has a vagina or wants to know about vaginas. So I'm talking about the vaginal microbiome. So first of all, what's the microbiome? So the microbiome is anything that is living on you or inside of you that is not a human cell. So that can be any sort of microscopic microbe. So these are things that we can't see with our naked eyes, but that would be yeast, fungi, parasites, protozoa, bacteria, anything again that isn't a human cell that's on you or in you. Now, as humans, we are or have been a little egocentric. If you remember, before the time of Galileo, we thought that the Earth was the center of the universe and all the other planets revolved around it. Well, we now that's not true. We as humans used to think that we were mostly human cells and everything else revolved around our human cells. That is not true. The Human Microbiome Project has proven to us that we are outnumbered 1 to 10. So in other words, one human cell in your body, you have 10 more non-human microbe cells that you are hosting in your body. So we are not human-centric, we are microbe-centric. And so our microbiome balance is important. And today I'm focusing on the balance of the microbes in the vaginal microbiome. Now, when this gets off balance, we usually call that a yeast infection or candida or candidiasis. Or if it's off balance with bacteria, we call it bacterial vaginosis or bacterial vaginitis. So you can either have an imbalance with the yeast or the bacteria. Those are two the typical issues that cause symptoms. So what do you do if you have a yeast infection or an overgrowth of yeast? Or what do you do if you have a bacterial infection? Well, there are many things you can do. What science has told us is that the lactobacillus species of bacteria can help with both an imbalance of yeast and an imbalance of bacteria. So that is why you might want to take Ortho Biotic Women's, because that has 2 strains of lactobacillus that we know that can help with both yeast overgrowth and bacterial imbalance in the vaginal microbiome. So both Lactobacillus rhamnosus and reuteri have been proven to not necessarily kill off, but starve off bacteria and yeast in the vaginal microbiome that we don't want there or that we don't want as much of. If we have Lactobacillus rhamnosus and reuteri in the vaginal microbiome, we have more pH balance and we have less pathogenic yeast and bacteria that are going to cause symptoms. So what are the main symptoms of an imbalance in your vaginal microbiome? Itching, redness, discharge, those are common with both bacterial and yeast overgrowth. The one thing that's unique to bacterial overgrowth is the smell. And if you're a woman, you probably know this fishy smell that comes. That is usually a bacterial overgrowth, which means you need to do something to change the vaginal microbiome. So there are many things that change the vaginal microbiome. Exercise, the time of the month for your menstruation, how tight your clothing is, what you eat, your stress level, and then of course, what you're putting into your microbiome. So that's why, again, I recommend if you're having this imbalance that you really hone in on those lifestyle things that you can change and adding in those lactobacillus species that will help to balance out the vaginal microbiome. So here at Healthy Habits Living, we're always here to keep you up to date with the most relevant and important news and research for your symptoms that either enhance your life or cause problems in your life. We are here to help you get healthy so you can stay healthy and be healthy.